So this is part 3 of ships, watercraft on coins. And of course, until airplanes appeared 120 years ago, ships were the best way to travel long distances and are still the cheapest way to carry large amounts of cargo. Various ships have appeared on coins throughout history. Some are specific famous ships, but a lot of them have been simply a generic ship representing a type of ship that would happen to be important to that country's history. And the first one is from Lebanon. In this case, we are looking at a Phoenician, looks like an ancient Phoenician ship. The Phoenicians sailed from what is now Lebanon to establish their great city of Carthage in what is now Tunisia. These ships helped make the Phoenicians a very powerful economy in the Mediterranean until the Romans defeated them in 146 BC. There is even a theory that Phoenicians in these ships sailed across the Atlantic to what is now Massachusetts in the US, so like 2,000 years before Christopher Columbus. However, there is not enough evidence to prove this. These ships certainly could have sailed a long distance. Perhaps they could have sailed across the Atlantic, but we have no evidence at this point that they did. Next is a ship. This is another generic one. Oh, actually, that's an elephant. Let's turn it over. And here we see the ship. There it is. This is a Liberian coin. The tall ship on here, I'm not been able to get a name for it, so I'm going to guess that it represents the first ship to sail from the US in 1822, loaded with freed slaves who wished to return to Africa from the United States. Now, up until the end of slavery in the United States, the only about 15,000 freed slaves immigrated to Liberia. Tropical diseases, on top of that, killed a lot of them within a year after they arrived. This next coin is a representation of an ancient galley type ship. And it's a type of ship that no doubt sailed to and from Malta and all over the Mediterranean. And another Maltese coin here has another type of ship that is, well, not a ship actually, it's more of I would say it's a boat since it doesn't get that big. Sorry, it's not very clear here, but the boat is called a luzu, and it does, if you can see here, it does look a bit like the gondolas that you might see in Venice that you can take a ride on. And this boat, though, is commonly used for fishing around Malta. I don't think it can travel a very long distance from the shore. It's not big enough. And next is New Zealand. Now, New Zealand got its name from the Dutch, who were the first Europeans to spot it in 1642. Europeans didn't settle there, though, until Captain James Cook charted most of the coastline in 1769. And he did so on board the ship shown here, the HMS Endeavour is what it was called. So this is a New Zealand 50 cents with the picture of the HMS Endeavour. In the background is some kind of volcano, and I'm not sure which one it is. And so on we go to the next one is Pitcairn Island. Now, Pitcairn Island, I should start off, has a very interesting history, which I really don't want to get into because it's quite long-winded. But let me just say that to learn more about Pitcairn Island, what I would do is go to your favorite search engine online and type in Mutiny on the Bounty and go from there. This will tell you, and you'll learn more about Pitcairn Island. Now, the Pitcairn Island It's a very, very small place, very, very small political entity. It's uses the New Zealand dollar, but it does issue various commemorative coins to raise revenue for the island, and this is an example of one. It says it says on the top of this one, Pitcairn longboat. The longboat in this case is a boat that is used also for fishing close to shore, and it holds, I'm guessing, about 10 people or so, and and sometimes, though, I've been hearing that it's rather hard to get a full crew to operate these longboats to go fishing sometimes, because the island only has a population now of 47 people. So yeah, very low population. So that's Pitcairn Island, and this is the boat from that Pitcairn Island is known for, the Pitcairn longboat. Finally, we got Portugal. Portugal, as if you know your history, was a nation with a very long and proud history of exploration using sailing ships. Hence, we got ships on several of their coins. Now, the ships on these coins have been described as being caravels, the type of ship. And this one here looks like a caravel, but these two silver ones, to me, they look like more of the, what they're called, carrack. They look more a carrack style ship. I don't know if you take a look here, the three masts, and notice the body of the ship here. The carrack is not to be mistaken for the galleon, which is a longer and more streamlined ship than the carrack, and of course that was part of the reason why galleons became fairly popular later on in the days of sailing and exploration. But someone who knows more about Portuguese coins might be able to tell me exactly what ships these are. I've not been able to find out, but I believe on the silver coins are an example of a hypothetical carrack style ship, while the other coins, like this 5 escudos and 10 escudos and the 50 escudos, all contain what is referred to as a caravel style ship. Okay, so that's what we're covering today. Then just a few more countries that have ships on their coins. And if you enjoyed it, please of course don't forget to click the like, and of course if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and don't forget of course to ring the bell. And thank you very much.